Good evening, and welcome to tonight's Tuesday Talks. My name is Susan Brown, Director of the Office of Parent and Family Programs. Tonight, we're going to be talking about our upcoming Family and Friends Weekend. So here's a little bit about our agenda tonight. We're going to be talking about our featured speakers during the weekend, some of the college events, social activities, travel and parking, registration and check-in, and then at the end, we'll take questions from you. I will do the presentation first, and then after the presentation, you can type your questions into the Q&A pod, which is located on the right hand of your screen. I'm sorry, the right side of your screen. Timeline of events. So the weekend is going to begin on Friday, October 26th. Our first program is at 12 o'clock, and the program concludes on Friday at 10. On Saturday, it begins at 8:15. And ends at 9. And then on Sunday, we begin at 9 a.m. and the program will conclude at 2 p.m. We do have a full schedule of activities planned for you. We also allow time throughout the schedule for you to take some time to enjoy your son or daughter and other family members. So a little bit about Family and Friends Weekend. Who's invited? Whoever you consider your family. You can invite parents, grandparents, siblings, your students' roommates if they don't have family coming in. And family friends. So we hope, though, that you will bring anybody that you would like to be part of the weekend with you. When you register, you're going to register at our site, northeastern.edu/parents, and our registration deadline is Friday, October 19th. If you purchase any tickets that cost a fee or you want to cancel your registration, this has to be done by October 19th. Unfortunately, if you buy tickets to a duck tour or one of the events like that or a hockey game, we cannot do refunds after October 19th. We always tell parents, too, to keep in mind that your students may be in class during that time, during the weekend, on Friday, not on the weekend, but on Friday, to check with them their schedule. So you don't want to book a duck tour or something like that if they are actually going to be in classes. So what is the registration fee and what is it for? The registration fee is $25 per adult. This covers all our programming costs. There is no fee for your Northeastern student or any children under 12. The $25 fee is for programming costs, parking. We do have a fall festival that I'm going to talk about shortly, and it covers that program. So the weekend is all about options. You're here to create your own experience. I always like to tell parents it's a good time to come back to visit to campus during Family and Friends Weekend because it's like 6 weeks after the start of classes. And that's usually when your student is getting adjusted. They tend to say homesickness kind of sets in around that time. So it's a good time to check in and see how they're doing. A lot of parents will bring the winter clothes and food items to stock them up for the winter coming. And then there's also things that we have planned for you. So it's your choice to create your own experience. A lot of students like you to take them shopping or out to dinner just to have a different experience during the weekend. So as I said, we're going to have featured speakers, academic events, on-campus family fun. We have many Boston excursions, and then our athletic events. So we have several athletic events during that weekend. We are going to be playing hockey against St. Cloud, and I'll talk briefly about that and the time schedule for that in a moment. These are our two featured speakers during the weekend. These will take place on Saturday, October 27th. These are non-ticketed events, so please keep in mind it's first come, first served. Seating is limited. Both sessions will be in Blackman Auditorium. The president will be speaking on Saturday morning, and then in the afternoon we will have Steve Pemberton. He is a best-selling author of A Chance in a World, and it just became a movie. And he's here to talk a little bit about his own experience in foster care and how he was determined to change his life. So he's going to be talking a little bit about that. Like I said, these both will be streamed too. So if we space is limited in Blackman Auditorium, but we do have an overflow space too for you to watch them at. Some of our academic events are college receptions, college welcomes, and then our tour of the Interdisciplinary Science and Engineering Complex. Our college receptions will take place on Friday at 4 o'clock. Each of the colleges will be hosting a reception, as well on Saturday they are hosting a college welcome. I do get asked, what is the difference? Do you have to attend both? Can you attend both? You are welcome to attend both of these. The receptions is a little less informal. They have staff members and students, whereas the college welcome, many of them do more of a presentation type and welcome you and give you a vision of where the college is going and that type of thing. The receptions are on Friday afternoon. The college welcomes will be Saturday morning at 9:30. When you arrive on campus, we will give you a schedule of events that will tell you all the locations of where these will be taking place. Family fun. These are some of our fun activities that we have planned, and like I said, you don't have to participate in all of them. You can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. One is our Family and Friends Fall Festival. That takes place on Saturday afternoon. It is outside in our Centennial Common area, and we will be holding it rain or shine, and then during that time it really is a chance to just, it's very nice. It's usually fall and the leaves are out, and it's a good time to have do some face painting we do with the kids. Some of the older members, we have pumpkin painting, we have a lot of different variety of food items to choose from, and we'll have music. So PAWS will be in attendance. We hope you'll be able to join us. This year on Friday night, we're going to have a music showcase with a little Halloween twist. It's called Spookapella. And what is going to happen on that night is we are going to be taking over the Curry Student Center, and we will be hosting an event with a kind of Halloween twist. We'll have different food items. We have some jugglers on campus. One of our singing groups is going to be doing a show in Blackman Auditorium. And we just hope you'll come out and join us. We'll have music, and it was a great time. I'm sure everybody will enjoy it. Some of the other events we have is our Boston Duck Tours, Fenway Park, and our Fenway Park Tours. I know several of these events have already sold out. There are still spaces on Friday. I know on Saturday our Fenway Park Tours are sold out at this time. But if you want to do Fenway Park Tour and it's not at a time that it's convenient for you, you can always go down to Fenway Park and do the tour with them. They have tours all day long, and the same thing with the Boston Duck Tours. They pick up people at the Prudential Building, and you could always pick up a tour there. And Saturday evening, we are going to have a comedy show. This event is held in Blackman Auditorium. There are still tickets available. They're local comedians. We'll be having 3 local Boston comedians on stage, and it usually is a good night for laughs, so we hope you'll be able to come. Our farewell luncheon will be at Maggiano's restaurant, which is, we will not be providing transportation, but it is just a couple of tea stops away from campus. And it's just a time to get together with some other families, and we'll have some of our current Northeastern students out there, and just to kind of wind down before you say goodbye to your student. Tasting Italy is an event that's going to be happening Saturday afternoon. This one also, there is not a ticket for it, but space is limited too. This is going to be held in our exhibition kitchen, which is located off one of our dining halls. So if you wanted to attend this on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, you would have to probably go a little bit early to try to get in line. On Saturday morning, for those of you who like to wake up early, we will be having a fitness walk, just kind of going through some of the streets of Boston down near the Prudential and Copley. And then we'll have a public art tour of our campus we'll be leading. This is some of the resources that will be available during the weekend. Career Design is going to be hosting a wine and cheese reception on Friday afternoon, and they're also going to be doing a session Sunday morning on their area about the different services that they provide to students, and they're also going to be talking about co-op. They will have a panel of students available too to hear about their experiences. Financial Services will be doing a presentation, as well as our Global Experiences Office, our Housing, and our LGBTQA Resource Center. And then for you, for people who are looking for off-campus housing, they will be talking about a session on Friday afternoon, learning about renters' rights and the process. They'll be talking about a lot of the fairs that they have upcoming in January for those students who will be looking for housing off-campus. So as you can see, we have a wide variety of events. We have social, academic, and athletic. I do want to mention that our hockey game will be taking place on men's hockey team Saturday night, October 27th at 7 p.m. in Matthews Arena. If you are purchasing tickets through our website, we will give you a ticket for your student to sit with you too. So you will only have to purchase two, and we will automatically include a third ticket if that's the case. A little bit about your visit. Download our mobile app. You can see on the right side of the screen the different features it welcomes. This is our guidebook that many of you may have used during orientation. And in the guidebook, it kind of tells you, provides you with maps of Boston. We have a lot of our area hotels located, where you might want to stay and that type of thing. And then we'll also have the schedule on the app too. If you're traveling to Boston and you will be bringing a car, please keep in mind the only valid place to park on campus is our Columbus Ave parking garage, which is located at 795 Columbus Avenue. This lot does provide overnight parking, so for those of you who will be staying in a hotel and you might want to use our lot, the lot will be open beginning Friday morning and it will close Sunday at 6 p.m. So all our other guests do have to be out of the parking garage by Sunday at 6 p.m. And you can come in and out if you want to take your car out and go back in, that is allowed. We will be sending you a parking pass for those parents and family members who have registered for the week. We will be sending that in the mail along with a confirmation letter. On our app and on our website, we also have hotels listed. We have several different options of hotels. We have listed them by miles, so we have ones that are close by, and then we have ones that are outside of the city. I always tell parent and family members, if you know you're coming to Boston and you do have a car with you, it usually is to your advantage to maybe stay outside of the city a little bit because the hotel rates are less expensive. So keep that in mind. So when you arrive on campus, so Friday and Saturday on October 26th and 27th, we want to know you're here, so please check in with us because when you arrive, we have a little giveaway for you, and we also will have the schedule of events and all the room locations. So this will take place from 8 in the morning till 7:30 at night. We will be there, and it's in the Curry Student Center of the Indoor Quad. Like I said, we will be sending email reminders and a confirmation letter in the mail telling you where to go and pick up everything too, just to remind you. So a little bit about Family and Friends Weekend. We know that this time is a transition for a lot of our first-year families who their students are here, and if fall semester can be difficult often. The students are living on their own with different roommates. They've been away from maybe siblings and yourselves. But we want to let you know that we have available services that can help them connect, or if they're having trouble, we have a We Care program. They can always contact our office at parents@nau.edu, and we'd be more than happy to assist you and provide you with available resources to your students. Our fall breaks, just so you know what is coming up. Next week actually is our first long 3-day weekend. Students will not have classes on Columbus Day. And then our next long break is Veterans Day in November. And then if you want to know the Christmas break and the holiday break, we have that listed on our calendar on our website. So we do have a calendar for the year 2018-19 listed on our website, and I will put those slides up shortly. So a little bit about our website. If you go to our homepage, you can see the full schedule there. You can also register. There's a link that will click you to our registration site. If you ever need assistance with registration or you have any questions about the weekend, please call us at 1-800-696-6516 or email us at parents@northeastern.edu. So I'm going to put up the slide. This is our different ways for you to stay connected, and it will also lead you to our website and registration material too. As our website, I'll leave this up as we're taking questions. At this time, I am going to start taking questions. If you do have a question, please type it on the right-hand side of this computer, and we'll try to get to as many questions as possible. So we do have a question from a parent coming in about the hockey game. If you bought, and I just want to explain this because it does get a little confusing, your student can get their ticket from their portal, but we would rather have them not get it, and if you are purchasing tickets through us, we will include a ticket for them so that you can sit together. A lot of parents think that because they can get their ticket free, we are going to give you that ticket for free too so that you can sit together. So when you pick up your materials, all the tickets will be in there. Someone is asking, what is the Rock of Ages show? So the Rock of Ages show is a play that is going to be held at the Bach Center, which is about a mile from campus. We will not be providing transportation, but it is a music show from the 80s and 90s, so we thought parents might enjoy that. It is sold out right now, but please keep in mind, like I had said about the Red Sox and the Duck Tours, you can go on Ticketmaster and they probably have tickets available. They just wouldn't be at the group rate that we'll be providing. But I know that they have some tickets and they're not that expensive, so please check it out if you feel like you want to go to see the Rock of Ages. So someone is asking, can we eat in the dining halls? So during the program, we will not be hosting any events in the dining halls, but if you want to go to the dining hall, you can either use your student's guest pass or you can purchase the meals. They're approximately, just so you have a cost associated with them, breakfast is typically, I believe, around $12, and lunch is probably around 16 or 17, and then dinner is 20. So if you want to purchase them separately, you can do that. Someone's asking, if I don't register for the weekend, can I park in the Columbus Ave parking lot? Unfortunately, the parking is available to only guests who have paid the registration fee and that will be mailing them a parking pass. But we do have another lot on campus. It's our Renaissance Garage, which is located right down the street from the Columbus Ave Garage, and you can pay an hourly rate there. So beginning on Friday night at 6 p.m., they do offer a reduced rate for 24 hours. I believe it's $10. But on the Friday daytime, you would have to pay the daily rates. So that's with the parking story. So if you are part of the registration, you must park in the Columbus Garage parking lot. Do not park in the Renaissance Garage. So we have time for some more questions. Someone's asking, I went and registered my family, but now I would like to make a change to my registration. How do I do that? So you can do that a couple different ways. If you need assistance, always call our office. We can certainly help you or email us. Or you would just go on to the registration site again and put in your confirmation number, and then you would go to the primary person that registered, and then you would go to modify, and then it would bring you to the registration form. So if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to remove your comedy show tickets, there's a button that says how many comedy show tickets do you want to remove. If you want to add comedy show tickets, you can just add them. So that's how you would modify your registration. So if you decide that you want to add an event, you can do this up until the 19th, and the same thing as well as refunding it. Someone's asking, what is the doghouse at Northeastern? So the doghouse, that's a word that we use here on campus, where a lot of our students sit during the hockey game. They get quite loud, and they like to cheer on our fans. We are actually have a pretty good hockey team here, and they actually are playing St. Cloud, which is an extremely well team too. So I think it will be a good game of competition. Some of your students may want to sit in the doghouse, and then they can go get their ticket by themselves if they don't want to sit together. That is an option too. Someone is asking, if my student is an undeclared major, which college welcome would they go to? So on Saturday, undeclared will have a college welcome. But if you ever want to go and visit some of the other college welcomes, please feel free to do so. There's no harm in doing that to visit. Some other questions, let's see. What if my student doesn't want to participate with me in events? Can I do them by myself? Well, certainly. If your student is in class, I know some students are in class on Friday, and you want to do a duck tour, you can certainly do that. Just do, forever who you want to purchase by. You do not have to wait for your students. And, that's that. So we have another question about the college welcomes. Will there be food there, and what type of presentation is given? The college breakfasts are continental breakfast type, so it's just a continental style. Some of the college, it really depends on the college. Some of them do very formal presentations with PowerPoint and computers, and some of them are doing, more mix and mingle type of events. So keep that in mind. You can go to both, as I mentioned earlier. There is a little difference, in the presentation style, whereas Saturday is more of a presentation and Friday is more of a mix and mingle type. But feel free to go to both. If you can only attend one, that's fine too. Someone's asking about our presentations on Sunday. So on Sunday, we have 3 presentations that we're going to be on campus. First, we're going to be starting out with financial services. They will be talking about the financial aid process and when deadlines are approaching and how to fill out forms and how to remember about deadlines and financial aid advisors, that type of thing. And then after that presentation, you will hear from our engagement and co-op office, career design. They will be, as I mentioned earlier, doing a panel with students who will talk about some of their co-op experiences that they had. They do leave time for you to have a question and answer period. It actually is a very interesting session because they have a broad range of students who have had different experiences, whether it be in another country or over here in the United States. And then our third presentation will be from Housing Services. They will be talking about applying for housing for next year. So that would be the year 2019-2020. In the spring semester, we have here on campus called the lottery, and they're going to talk about what the process of that is and what the numbers mean in the lottery and how students go about selecting their fall housing. All right. We have time for one more question. Someone is asking about our comedy show. Is it suitable for younger children? I always tell parents and guardians to use your best judgment. We do tell our comedians it is a family-friendly show, but I recommend children under 14 probably not attend, so I would say over 14. All right. I do want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I hope you will come out for our Family and Friends Weekend on October 26th, 27th, 28th. I promise you'll have a really good time. It's a beautiful time to visit Boston in the fall. And just want to keep in mind that we will be continuing with Tuesday Talks throughout the fall semester. Shortly, probably in a few weeks, we will be posting a full schedule of nights and topics that they will be held. In a moment, I'm going to end our conversation, and we will be sending out a survey to you. So if you could take a few moments to complete the survey about tonight's talk, and we also are looking for feedback on future topics that you would like to hear from. So if you have a suggested topic, put that in a survey, and we'll be glad to do that for you. Again, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you soon.